What's up, guys? Former NFL quarterback Tony Romo has been brilliant as an NFL commentator on CBS. Maybe a little too brilliant. The man has shown that he's probably better off going into coaching. Romo correctly predicts all the plays. He knows what's coming every time. He's gotten into the minds of all these coaches. Like, shouldn't he be taking advantage of that? There are a handful of teams that could certainly use his genius on their coaching staff. For all they know, hiring Romo could be that last move needed to push them into championship contention. I'm Jason Biondo, and today we present 10 teams that need to hire Tony Romo as a coach. Don't forget to subscribe to TPS and put on your notifications, because we post videos every single day. Hit that bell, hit that red button that subscribes, because we got videos every single day. Go subscribe. Number 10, Minnesota Vikings, offensive coordinator. Some have called for the Vikings to fire head coach Mike Zimmer, but we say hold your horses. This man is one of the best defensive-minded head coaches, and he knows how to run a strong ground game. The Vikings just need that one offensive coordinator that can help out Kirk Cousins and the passing offense. If that happens, the Vikings will certainly be competing for Super Bowl championships again. We know how good Cousins can be, and with so much talent supporting him, he simply can't be this bad again. But who knows? The Vikings should look to pry Romo out of the booth and onto the sidelines, where he can overlook this offense. And if Romo can get the most out of Cousins, this would be a team to beat in the NFC. Number 9, Green Bay Packers head coach. The Packers made an interesting choice in hiring Tennessee Titans offensive coordinator Matt LaFleur as their new head coach. The Titans aren't the biggest offensive juggernaut by any means, so the decision to hire LaFleur came as a surprise. While the Packers won't be firing LaFleur now, but we pledge this: if Aaron Rodgers and the Packers don't turn around in 2019, then move on from LaFleur and hire Romo as the new head coach. Romo has seen plenty of Rodgers throughout his career. They met once in the postseason as well. Few quarterbacks past and present know Rodgers as well as Romo. The latter would surely make the most of A-Rod and help the two-time MVP push hard for one or two more Super Bowl championships. Number 8, Denver Broncos offensive coordinator. Few can complain about John Elway's decision to hire Chicago Bears defensive coordinator Vic Fangio as the new head coach. Fangio should see plenty of success on the defensive side of the ball with the likes of Von Miller and Bradley Chubb. That being said, Elway and the Broncos still don't have that much on offense. Yes, Courtland Sutton and Phillip Lindsay are two young stars, but they're not going to take this team very far without a better play from the quarterback position. You know, some people thought that the Broncos would trade for Romo after the 2016 season, but he wound up retiring instead. This would be the time for the Broncos to finally bring Romo to the Mile High City, where he'd be tasked with maximizing the production of both Sutton and Lindsay. The Broncos, as it stands, are way behind their AFC West foes in Kansas City and Los Angeles. Time for Elway to make another big move. Hiring a mastermind like Romo to take over the offensive unit would do so many wonders. Number 7, Washington Redskins head coach. The Redskins are an amazing franchise in some ways. So much losing under Dan Snyder, and yet refuses to make changes. He wonders why attendance, ticket sales, and TV ratings go down. Hello? Maybe the teams hate losing every single year. Anyway, it's about time for the Redskins to make some changes. Head coach Jay Gruden isn't necessarily the problem, but it's just one of those instances where a change is necessary. The Redskins are going to be a disaster in 2019, 2020, and far beyond that if they don't change up the coaching staff soon. Alex Smith might not get to play football again. It's going to take quite the brilliant head coach to make this team relevant. Romo, being so familiar with the NFC East, would be the ideal head coach in Washington. He would know the Dallas Cowboys inside and out. Ditto for the Philadelphia Eagles and New York Giants. But hey, this is like Dan Snyder. He hates making smart football decisions. Chances are he'll never look at hiring Romo, but we're still going to include the Redskins on this list. They certainly could use Romo more than most. Number 6, New York Jets offensive coordinator. Well, the New York Jets hired offensive guru Adam Gase as their new head coach. Some were critical of the hire, but let's give the man a chance, even though his eyes are weird. There was only so much he could do with a talentless Miami Dolphins team. Now imagine if Gase were to hire Romo as his offensive coordinator. Oh my God, would young quarterback Sam Darnold be locked and loaded for long-term success? Not to mention, the Jets might even add Le'Veon Bell. Darnold has shown flashes, but it's going to take a lot of mentoring and preparation before he becomes a grade A quarterback. If you had two brilliant offensive geniuses like Gase and Romo working with him, Darnold's development would come along much faster. Romo also knows how to handle the pressure of being in a big market, which is vital for any coach in the Big Apple. The Jets have to start going bold if they want to escape their 2-decade-long mediocrity. Hiring Romo would be a bold move, and it would pay off big time. Number 5, Oakland Raiders quarterbacks coach. The Raiders made a crazy decision to bring back John Gruden into coaching, giving him a 10-year, $100 million contract. It obviously went pretty awry in year 1, but Gruden still has 9 years left to fix this mess. But why would you even try at this point? The jury is out on quarterback Derek Carr, who has been the definition of mediocre through his first 5 seasons. There have been rumors that Carr has lost the Oakland locker room, but Gruden still seems confident in his ability to morph into a franchise quarterback. Well, it wouldn't hurt to hire a guy like Romo to take over as quarterback's coach. Give the former Pro Bowl quarterback the task of strictly working with Carr and trying to make him a better player. Romo doesn't need the offensive coordinator duties here. Just hire him to work on Carr and see if Romo can fix the 3-time Pro Bowler. He may just be that one hire away from making the Raiders relevant again. Maybe don't give Romo $100 million like you did Gruden, but don't be afraid to overpay for his services. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator. We have just come to accept the fact that the Dallas Cowboys will never fire Jason Garrett. Make the playoffs one year, miss it the next. Wash, rinse, repeat. The Cowboys aren't firing the world-class clapper. So Romo will never get the Cowboys head coaching gig. But hey, we absolutely love the idea of Romo replacing their offensive coordinator. Romo managed to have some of his best years under Garrett. Romo helped mentor Dak Prescott during his rookie season. He knows the Cowboys offense inside and out, and he's seen the looks of all the NFL's defenses since becoming CBS's color man. The Cowboys really have to start making some dramatic changes to their coaching staff if they want to reach that championship level again. Romo knows what Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are capable of doing. His situational play calling would be superb, seeing how he always gets it right on television. And hey, would it be cool if Romo to win a Super Bowl in Dallas? Not as a quarterback, but as a coach? Seriously, the Cowboys should go all in to make this happen. That'd be so cool. Number 3, Buffalo Bills head coach. Because, at this point, someone's got to coach him. The Buffalo Bills have been arguably the saddest NFL franchise over the past 20 years, alongside the Cleveland Browns. This team has been quite the laughingstock. The organization has had more coaching changes than we can even count over the past 10 years. With all due respect, Sean McDermott, it's quite clear the Bills need a head coach who has some balance. McDermott is too defensive-minded, where Romo has displayed his brains on both sides of the ball. Romo would be the perfect guy to work with the young Bills quarterback Josh Allen, and he'd surely help the 2018 first-round pick grow more as a passer. Allen, like Romo in his heydays, already has excellent pocket scrambling abilities. And hey, that Bills defense is slowly rounding into one of the very best in the NFL right now. Romo could come aboard and wouldn't have to change it drastically. And must we emphasize this again? He would know how to defend against those freaking Patriots, seeing how he's always calling their plays from the broadcast booth. Now give McDermott one more year, we say. If the Bills are terrible again in 2019, then the front office better have Romo's number on speed dial. They should do it now, but whatever. Number 2, Kansas City Chiefs defensive coordinator. The Chiefs would have won Super Bowl 53 if they had a half-decent defense. Instead, Bob Sutton's unit was so wretched to the point where it wasted a historically dominant season from league MVP Patrick Mahomes. Why? As you recall, Romo knew much of the New England Patriots playbook during the AFC Championship game. He knew what was coming, and yet the Chiefs defense looked lost on just about every single drive. Really, the only thing standing in the Chiefs' way of a Super Bowl appearance is the Patriots. We know Mahomes can go toe-to-toe with Tom Brady, but if the KC defense doesn't smarten up, they won't be dethroning an evil empire anytime soon. Romo has called so many Patriots games with Jim Nantz, and the man seems to have a good understanding of what's happening in Bill Belichick's mind. Now, just imagine having Romo running your defense and being capable of playing chess against Tom Brady and the hooded genius. Romo played at a high level for a decade. He knows the ins and outs. This is the guy the Chiefs needs to run their defense. He'd make the most of a unit led by the likes of Chris Jones and Justin Houston. Number 1, New York Giants head coach. Oh, this would be a huge nightmare for the Cowboys. Seeing one of the greatest players in franchise history become a head coach for the enemy team. But really, the New York Giants are the ideal fit for Romo here. This team waited way too long to fire Tom Coughlin, and we needed just one season to figure out that Pat Shurmur is not suited for the coaching gig. G-men, seriously, you gotta figure it out. Come on. Eli Manning is done, but the Giants can draft his successor and bring aboard Romo to have him mentor the next franchise quarterback. Think about what Romo could do on a team led by an elite quarterback prospect, Odell Beckham Jr. and Saquon Barkley. Romo and the Giants would do wonders together. This guy would be a brilliant mind on both sides of the football. And hey, he spent decades playing with Dallas and against the Washington Redskins and Philadelphia Eagles. He'd know a lot about going up against the Giants' 3 NFC East foes. This would be a complete game changer if the Giants added Romo to their coaching staff. Not as an OC, not as a DC, but as head coach. This man knows his football and would make the Giants a relevant team again. New York, don't pass up on this opportunity when it comes. Hire Romo in 2020. Which teams do you think needs Tony Romo the most? Join us in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and Total Pro Sports on social media. We post great content all the time. Go check out our profiles. Go give it a look. Just look. Your phone's in your hand. I know it is. Just go look at our profiles. Take a look. If you like it, follow us. If you don't like it, don't follow us. Either way, we appreciate you. You're great. If you like this video, give it a like. It takes one click. One click. What do you have to lose? One click right down there. there. One click. If this is your first time around TPS, make sure to subscribe because we post videos every single day. Every day is a new video. So go subscribe right there also. Of course, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo, and I'll see you next time.
On my knee.